Today on my channel, Planner Friends, we're doing a September shakeup. I'm going to talk about what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of. It seems to me I need to shake things up, so I'm going to talk about my lineup for September and how many changes I'm making, which are actually quite a few. Stay tuned. Hello, planner friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm One Crafty Dolo, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Thank you for taking your time and spending it with me. So, we're about to enter September, and I can't believe it. So, what we're going to do today is go over my planner lineup, and I want to talk about some changes I intend to make. If you're new, you're welcome to subscribe and tap the notification bell if you're returning. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and spending your valuable time with me. So let's talk planner lineup for September. I have realized something that in September, I often do a big reboot. I did it last year, I did it slightly the year before, and now I'm like, what's that about? And I figured it out in that most of my life was spent either in school, teaching, working in higher ed in various capacities. And so I'm from an area where school always began in early September, often after Labor Day, not in August. So September for me has always been about a reboot. And so as I sat here thinking about some changes I'd like to make, I'm like, why? It's not December. I'm happy mostly with what I've been doing, but I feel like the creative need to change things up just starts to skyrocket. So here we are. So let's dive in and let's discuss, friends. Okay, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way and then we can chit chat. First off, this is I have two faith planners. One is, I've been in an A5 binder for well over a year now. It's my go-to. I love it. I am going to probably do a reboot in terms of the decor for for September, but I'm not going to change the binder up. Normally, let me grab this. Normally I use this beautiful, isn't this beautiful? It's just a used Carpe Diem binder I bought on Mercari for like $10. I'm actually storing Old Faith inserts in here. You can see how I fixed it up last year. And I'm gonna not use this year. I figured I've done it before. I don't want to be redundant and so forth. But yeah, this is a great binder. I love the color. I'm trying to change things up a bit. So I'm going to let this sit for now. It's really lovely though, isn't it? I did get that as a gift, the Honeybee collection from Echo Park. So I think what I'll do is go in here and I'm going to change it up. That's what I need to do. So that's what I will do. But I'm keeping this. This is great. Now, last September, as I said, I always reboot things, right? I picked this up because I was in a moment where I needed a little more faith. So I picked this up. This is a behemoth. It's ginormous, as they say. And it's funny, right? I have this thing for this mustard color, apparently. I used it through March of this year. I never did fill this part out, but I used it. It's a daily planner from Prayerful Planner, and I used it as a second faith study. I'm glad I used it, but then it became a little too much. So for April, what I did is I switched into this beauty. This is just a happy planner I had, and I'm glad that I continued the second faith study. Whoops. I am genuinely glad I did not give up on the second study. This has really been enriching me. So I'm going to continue with this to the end of the year. So this is staying too. And as you saw, I like to add in the discs actually are working because I don't have to cart it anywhere. So these tip-ins that I sometimes add have been really fun. It's been a really creative space. I'm definitely keeping with this until the end of the year, and I'm so glad it's worked out. You can see it's all puffy, and by the time I get done, it's going to be chunky. The one change I did make, in this, I was using this book by Holly Girth, and I ended up switching to this, which is by the Daily Grace Co. I needed something with more meat on the bones, so that's what I did. So I did make a switch, albeit mid-August, but those are on lock. So now let's get into some of the other items. I purchased this within August. I had it start in August, and I'm so glad I did it. I think it's my 4th or 5th plum paper planner. This is just a goals planner, and it's used for different projects I'm working on. Actually, I plan out my YouTube on here. I track things in here. This is a work schedule on the different projects I'm working on. I'm not yet ready to talk about every one of them, but you get the idea. This is staying. This has exceeded my expectations. It's called their horizontal priorities layout. Here, let me get you a page that's not all covered in my writing. And you can see, you can personalize. Okay, you can personalize a spot here, 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 and here. I mean, it's fabulous. I believe since I ordered this, they've changed the bottom here. This is the A5 size, incidentally. So that Saturday's one side, they have a line here, and Sunday's the other. They separated it. I don't do anything those days with regards to this type of work. So what I'll be doing is I'll be decorating it. And yeah, this has been really wonderful. I'm so glad I picked it up. I love it. This is working. Yeah, I can't wait to get into this and to set it up for next month. I'm really happy with this. This has really been creatively, and it's really keeping me focused and on track. And not that I need, well, we all need help focusing at some time, don't we? So I'm going to put this clip back, and this has been wonderful. So that's a keeper, along with the Faith planners. Now it gets dicey. And again, I think to myself, God, I want to keep switching. Well, I do. Okay, let's start here. This pocket I was using for work, but then I'm no longer working there. And it sat for like a month maybe, 2. Oh, I smudged my nails. Eesh. Anyway, I've been using it for meal planning, and it's been working, and it's great. I love the meal planning in here. I keep recipe cards in here. I just redid this, and then I write new recipes down, and then they become part of what I cook on a normal basis. Alrighty, friends. I am going to use this, but not for this purpose. So let me come back to this because I really dig this pocket size. I love it very much. It's a Filofax Finsbury that I picked up last Black Friday. It was a Black Friday sale. And so this has been great keeping, but using in a different context, which I'll share in a minute. And then we have these two. This is also a Filofax. This has been my everyday kind of life planner. I have been using personal size planners since I started planning, basically. My first planner was a plum paper 7x9, and then I ended up using that for work, and I would get a new one, and then I would get some type of the Carpe Diem line, the personal planners. Just for reference, these are the personal size by Carpe Diem. You can see, okay, first off, they're like a personal wide, right? They're a lot wider than your standard personal, and they're also slightly shorter. There's something about the width of this that I just love. I don't know what it is. It's this size. It's not quite B6, but it's also a little different than the regular personal, right? Well, I need a change. I know I had only gotten this. Oh, and incidentally, I also have this one. I've been using this as a budget planner, and that's really helped me. This is what led to the meal planning, and this has been great for me in terms of getting getting expenditures under control, particularly food and so forth. So I need a change from both of these. I don't know why. I just do. I'm feeling this is beautiful, isn't it? It's a gorgeous planner. It's not that I don't love it. I do. But I just feel like I want to try something different. And you're not the only ones who watch planner videos. I do too. And I think that sometimes switching things up is really a really good thing. So I decided that I'm going to shelve my personal planners for the first time in a long time. So that would be both of these. And I'm going to come back to budgeting and so forth. So I am going to shelve that, and I'll explain what I'm going to replace it with. Then there's this. Alrighty, friends. I had been using this Printpression Weeks planner as my journal, and it was great. I journaled for a long time in it. There's something portable about it. You can see it's a bit smaller, even not as tall as this one. This is a Carpe Diem Traveler's Notebook that I shopped my stash and found, so I can include that video down here. I've tried hard with this one, and I don't like it. I decorated it really spectacularly. I just never found my groove in it, and it's unfortunate because I did such a nice job in here, and I've been using it, but it's just not my jam. So I am actually finally going to sell this one on Mercari. We're done. We tried it. It didn't work out. These things happen in life, and I'm not going to use that anymore. So what am I doing instead? Okay, so to replace the personal planners, again, I dug into my stash. I have these binders. I also picked up a new binder. It's all black. I'm purposely not using it. Hold on. I bought this. Carpe Diem had like a 75% off sale, and it includes the inserts and dividers. And this was under $18 for the whole package. It's not leather, but I really love it, but I don't want to use it right now. So what I wanted to do is to see, I have briefly used an A5 binder before. I used it at work, and I found it too cumbersome to carry around. Now, wait a second. You're going to say, well, gee, if this is too big for you, why are you going to do this? Different context, different reasons. This is going to replace the personal planners and become kind of my home Bible. So this is going to be, I'm still working it out yet as I film this, but this is going to be basically my personal planner, only larger. What it also is going to do is I am going to continue to meal plan as I've been in here. That has been huge. So I'm going to spend some time figuring out, going from this to this is a big jump. I'm not carrying this around as much as I should be because, again, it's my everyday kind of life, and it ends up, I bring it through the house with me to keep me on task, but I can do that with this, and I feel the need for some creativity and some change. So rather than wait till January and buy something new, I'm using what I have, including I found dividers and inserts, so I have to set this up yet. But this is going to be, okay, this will be project work. This is home, life, managing everything. So then what I intend to do with this is, instead of just meal planning in here, I want to make this the everyday carry. What does that mean? That means this will be my home tasks, menu planning. I'm going to probably put some budgeting stuff in here as well. This will be on the go, easy portable with me to keep track of my schedule. If I'm, for example, I have to go to some things in Washington, D.C. with work, not project work. And so this will be with me, and I'm going to set it up differently and see how it goes. I love the thought of carrying this versus this around. And so this will become kind of my schedule and so forth. And this is going to be home central. I, again, wanted to try it instead of going out and buying a new system to replace the personal planners. Will I go back to the personal planners? I might, but like I said, I watch a lot of YouTube as well. You're not alone in this. And a lot of planner people talk about changing things up to keep yourself fresh and creative. And that's what I feel the need to do. So I'm going to have fun with this. And then we come to journaling. So I'm going to put a few videos down below, including this mini haul. I'd gotten these journals, and they're passport size, I believe. I said pocket. Maybe they're pocket. I don't know. I'm not well versed in the technicalities. What I can tell you is I've got these, and they came with all these inserts. So the inserts are different. That's the blank one. This one just has lists, notes. This is just graph paper. This is just kind of like that a lot, actually. And this is more of a schedule, kind of do what you have to do. I'm going to set up one of these. I haven't determined which one. That's going to be my journal, because this is so easy and fun to carry, just like the pocket planner. I mean, it's not this, right? This was easy to carry for me for some reason. This should be even easier, whichever one I decide to use. So I'm going to set this up because my journaling, I've been journaling, but not with as much joy. And journaling is a happy place for me, and I'm going to go back to making it happy and creative. So I have a lot to do here. I've got to determine which one of these I'm going to use and then set that up. Oof. Okay. That's where we are at the end of August here. Wow, I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm going to say I'm not getting rid of my personal planners. I am saving those. They're not going anywhere. The only thing I'm going to get rid of is this TN, which is really lovely. It's just the size doesn't work for me. Oh well. So I'm going to have fun and creativity setting all these up and figuring this out. And yeah, so that's it, planner friends. Thanks so much for being with me on this journey. If you've lasted through this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really hope you have a blessed week. And don't be scared to change things up in your life, creatively speaking. That's an important thing to do to keep yourself fresh and focused. All right, planner friends, have a blessed weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.